Sure. Just thrilled for our players, thrilled for all of our support staff, thrilled for our training staff, our strength and conditioning staff, all the people that are a part of this that aren't here tonight should join in, celebrating an unbelievable game tonight. I thought we played our best game of the year. I thought we were going to need it to go against Oklahoma in a Game 7. You have to have your best game, and I thought all aspects. I mean, it started with Gabe Van Emmen on the mound. I thought after the first inning, he settled in beautifully. Had 2 good defensive plays with the double play there that kind of, I think, slowed him down a little bit. And then Luke Broadhurst made a tough play to end the inning. Made some great catches all night. T.C. Simmons in the lineup for the first time in a while makes a great catch to start the third in foul territory. Paul Tamaro. Pop up going to center field, making a catch over his shoulder. Corey Morton making a tough catch late. Caleb Worster helping out his Endicott teammate, making an amazing Caleb Spur. That's where my head is. Caleb Spur making an unbelievable play on a line drive in the 5th. Tamaro's play to his right in the 5th. Brian Padilla's play off of Gabe to end the 6th. Just so many good defense, 6-4-3 in the 9th. We played really good defense all tournament. We made one mistake, and that was in the 9th inning. And, the defense was there. The clutch hitting was there. Timely hitting. We didn't get a bunch, but we got enough. Got a real good hustle play out of Tyler Minnick to force the error and keep that inning alive. And then the 2-run blast made him pay for it. So we won the Battle of Free 90s tonight. We didn't win it last night. Didn't deserve to win, but I think we deserve to win tonight. And we just beat a really, really good baseball team with an unbelievable tradition and a very tough environment. And I want to thank Skip and his staff and all the OU folks for their hospitality.
Questions? Coach, you kind of touched on it, but I think in the 4th inning, you guys hit two-run shots off 2 different pitchers. What did you see out of your guys in the batter's box that inning?
Corey Morton's really locked in. He was on time and just about everything. And then, Maddox has had a little dry spell, but Maddox can be so explosive. And he just turned on one. He got a good pitch to hit, and he did not miss it and really made them pay for that error. I thought that was a real momentum changer with 2 outs to get that play go our way. And, when Tyler Minnick got to third base, he's a freshman, and he had a base running mistake last night going down the line, getting too close to the first baseman, catching a pop-up, and he would have been ruled out even if he didn't catch the pop-up. So I was nervous when he got to third. I said, "Were you running in the runner's lane?" He said, "Absolutely." And the home plate umpire whispered to on the way over. I said, "He's in the box, right?" And he said, "Yeah, he's in there. No, he's in there." So I was glad to have that call stand. And then, Maddox made him pay.
Okay. I looked it up in the game by game. You hadn't started since March, or I'm sorry, April. So you went all of May without any starts. What were you thinking tonight when Coach called on you? How long were you going to go?
I want to go as long as I could. I believe in myself. I believe in my teammates. I knew there's a lot of arms behind me if needed, so that gave me confidence as well. I just wanted to go as long as I could to help the team win. It helps when you have like the guy on my left and everybody out there, just amazing fielders making play for you all night long. And I'm glad we got the win.
Jim, same question to you.
What was the question?
About kind of your perspective on starting him getting this.
No hesitation.
For the first time in a month.
Yeah, he was the next guy up, but he's also got experience starting NCAA tournament games. It was just a Division III level. For me, that doesn't matter all that much, whatever level it's at. We recruit guys out of high school that I want to know how long they've been the ace on their team. How long have they been counted on by their teammates to be the ace? That's more important to me than spin rate, than velocity, vertical break, horizontal break. Those all have a place. But how many times has that young man been counted on by his teammates to be the man? And Gabe's had that experience. So I had no hesitation in handing him the ball today. It was his turn, and I was ecstatic to be able to hand it to a guy that's had that kind of experience.
Thanks.
Just how tough is it, you lose yesterday, to force this deciding game? Pretty good crowd out here. How tough is it to, calm down and, play the way you guys did?
I don't know. I think it's tougher at home. I got to be honest. We've done it one time in 2010, and I felt a lot more pressure at home. And we're used to being on the road. Maybe it's a familiarity thing, but No, I didn't. I mean, I was loose last night. I don't know how you guys felt. I expected us to win last night, and then when we didn't, it was just kind of like turn the page. I mean, we're staying about 3 miles down the road. There's no distractions. We're staying in a place where we can't get in too much trouble, and I felt like the guys are going to get to bed and get a good night's rest. We don't have to play until 8 o'clock. These guys are used to staying up late at night. I'm not, but they're the ones who have to play, so it wasn't. No, I felt really confident coming to the ballpark. The louder, you don't want it really loud the whole time. You want to hear it quiet, and we were able to make it quiet for most of the night. There were a few expletives we heard over the course of the last couple of days, but for the most part, the stadium was quiet.
Sure.
We're used to expletives coming from the Northeast, so it's not that big a shock.
Speaking of that, I'm sure many fans watching, they had a late night back there.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I'm sure that I haven't looked. I'm sure that I have hundreds and hundreds of texts. But yeah, people get excited about the UConn Huskies, and they should be. It's an unbelievable place with great people. Our athletic director's been here since the beginning of the tournament, David Benedict, just to show you how supportive, what kind of support we have at home and in our program and on campus. I was getting texts from Coach Calhoun and Coach Oriema and you name it, everybody around the state's locked in. I had 200 something texts from my high school buddies that were ticked off that we played so poorly last night and had to go to work with hangovers today and had their wives ticked off at them. I made sure I told the guys on the bus that can't happen tonight. So, but no, I'm just thrilled for these guys. When you first get here, it's more about you and your own family, and now I'm an old guy now. I've been around, and I'm just it's Tim Corbin said it best years ago. It's like when guys win a championship and they dogpile. It really is when we sit back. It's like watching your kids open their Christmas presents. It's that special, and that's how I feel about these guys. And I want to see them open more presents.
Corey, can you just talk about the early part of the season, the non-conference schedule, going through a team like Santa Barbara, Auburn, Indiana State? Obviously, had struggles there, but how much did those games help out in terms of playing in an environment like this?
Yeah, I mean, first month you rode, you're on big screens and big stadiums with big crowds in front of a lot of different people and playing the best in the country. And I mean, we struggled throughout that period, but I think Coach said it on the bus yesterday. Like, we never really lost faith in ourselves. Like, we got our doors blown off, teeth kicked in, and it was next day back in the facility. What can we work on to get better? And I mean, we have the greatest coaches in the country. They told us after going 0-3 at UC Santa Barbara, like, we're not going to stop coaching you guys no matter, like, what happens. And we went through it, and they never stopped coaching. They coached the same as they did that day as they did today. And I think that really allowed us to be where we are today. We just have some unbelievable coaches in that dugout who always believe in our guys. And it's just a great program and atmosphere to be around. And like you said, like, the support staff, like, everyone, I mean, guys got in the weight room, guys got in the cages to get better. And it really just allowed us to open up this season like we did this weekend.
Coach, can you talk about a guy like T.C. Simmons, who played every game in 2022 en route to a super regional?
Yeah, it was great to see him get a chance tonight.
Didn't play as much as he probably would have liked this year, and he comes in and makes an impact for you.
Yeah, he's just, he's the epitome of a UConn Husky. So unselfish, and he made the catch in Maryland. I was thinking about that today when his name was in the starting lineup. He made the catch in Maryland to send us to the super regionals 2 years ago. He was more used in that year, but he has not changed his body language one iota. He's still the same guy, still the same competitor, wants to play, wants to be in there, but he's probably one of our best student coaches. Like, he's working with guys on their swings all the time. Like, he can see things that sometimes the coaches might not be there to see. And he's a great example. He's a really good example of what it means to be a UConn Husky and never hang your head. He carries himself with a lot of dignity and pride, and I'm really proud of him. I gave him a real tight hug tonight. I was really happy for him, and he gave us just really. I felt like Jake was just in a little bit of a rut yesterday, and just looked like he was pressing a little bit. And I thought it was time for TC to get a chance just to. He can give us some lengthy at bats, and he has a calming influence in the dugout, and it was time for that. Ryan Hyde, in much the same way, is that pitcher whisperer and just a calming presence in our dugout.
Can you just talk about the state of the program right now? 10 NCAA tournaments since 2010, 3 super regionals now, 2 in the last 3 years. Just, 6 straight NCAA tournaments, just where this program is at and where it's going?
Well, yeah, I'm more concerned about the portal opening up today, and there's thousands of kids in it, and we're going to be behind. We've got to get NIL money. We've got to do more with that. We've got to build Bleeding Blue for good and our collectives, and if we want to stay at this level and compete and get better and win in Omaha. But we got a chance to do that now, and hopefully this will open up some eyes around the state and around the country. We have been a consistent program. We're a national program. We're not just a Northeast program. We're proud to carry the banner for the Northeast. We're really proud of where we come from. But the track record, I'm not good about tooting our own horn. That's one of the things I'm not too good at, but we should be proud of the state of the program. But that's because of these guys and the families that they come from, and recruiting guys from families, really good families with their priorities in order, and then we try not to screw them up and let them be who they are, and the rest takes care of itself. But I'm not naive enough to think that we're not going to need even more help if we're going to continue to build this.
You say you like playing on the road. You excited to get down to Florida?
Give me a couple hours to enjoy this one, but I've never been to Tallahassee. Gino Oriema promised he'd bring me some cannoli. I said, I'm not getting any cannoli in Norman, so he said, I'll bring them there. So I'm going to hold him to that, because there's not many in Tallahassee either, I guess. But we know that we're up against a great program in Florida State, and incredible atmosphere down there. I know the fans are amazing, and we're looking forward to going anywhere to stay in this tournament. But we're going to have a real tough road, obviously. Link does an amazing job with that team. We had to face them when he was at Notre Dame, and he boat raced us. So he's got an incredible offense. I know that. I know that they've got a great hitting team, but I haven't looked past tonight. So we'll deal with that tomorrow and in the days to come. But we're just ecstatic to have this second season continue.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Congratulations.